So you beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Now, when you think of great Call of Duty players, who is the first name that comes to your mind? Let me know down in the comment section. For me, there's plenty of names that could go at the #1 spot. But the #1 spot for me has to be Scump for several reasons. And a few reasons are, he makes Call of Duty look easy. No matter what game mode he's playing, whether he's playing multiplayer, domination, hardpoint, whether he's playing Warzone, when he's flown out to these Call of Duty events where all the famous streamers and competitive players go out there and they're all on LAN trying the game for the first time, you better believe that Scump is dumping on absolutely everyone. He is just a different level of player. So I was quite shocked to hear that he was retiring from Call of Duty, because the guy's still got it in terms of his sharpness, his decision making. He's still got everything to still win competitively. But this is what he had to say when it came to somebody asking him as to why he retired.
Can't believe you're retiring? Is it really that unbelievable? Is it? I mean, is it that unbelievable? I mean, they just made footsteps 75% louder. I mean, I'm fucking crouching around the map all year, and you really, it's surprising to you. I mean, Jesus, Murphy.
Now, I can't say that I am shocked. There's a part of me that's gutted, because it's an end of an era. This guy is somebody who you could argue made Call of Duty as popular as it is on YouTube, made other people like me, myself, want to be content creators, because Scump was getting 2-3 million views on videos back in the Black Ops 2 days, which is just crazy numbers when you think that YouTube is way bigger now than it was then. He was one of the original Call of Duty stars that were born through going on YouTube and stuff. And to see him walking away from something that he's done for absolutely years it's always difficult. Everything comes to an end ultimately. But I think this might be a premature end simply because of Infinity Ward and the decision making they make with Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. These guys refuse to bend to any requests from certain people in the community. They refuse to even make compromises. And as you guys may know, recently they buffed footstep audio in the game. And I don't mean they buffed it to sound better. They buffed it so you can sound like a T-Rex coming around the corner. People are more likely now to camp than ever before in this game, and they've essentially turned Modern Warfare 2 from what we have experienced, even though it wasn't a perfect game, back into what I experienced with Modern Warfare 2019, and essentially why I stopped playing that game. Because at heart, traditionally, Call of Duty, in my belief anyway, is supposed to be played by running around and trying to get your next kill, not waiting for it. You're actively supposed to pursue your next victim. That is what it's all about. The 1v1 gunfight is down to who's got the best reactions. That, to me, is the DNA of Call of Duty, and I believe Scump is of the same belief. I've watched this guy actively running around looking for his next victim so he can get nukes. He doesn't camp for them, and his reactions are second to none, basically. But now we live in this spoon-fed kind of society, and I don't really understand Infinity Ward's philosophy when it comes to game design. In fact, Sledgehammer are arguably the worst developers, but I'm gonna say now Infinity Ward seem to be giving them a run for their money. At least we can say with Vanguard, Dead Silence, Ninja, whatever you want to refer to it as, was a perk. And I believe that always should be a perk. And speaking of perks, the field upgrade for Dead Silence now makes that noise that was in the beta that everybody hated. So it seems like these guys do things to appease people for a certain period of time, so there's interaction with the game and everyone's playing the game, and then they will retract all of the feedback and the things they've done for the community, and basically stick up a middle finger to say, yeah, we're going to change that back to what we did. Now you're all interested in the game, just to ruin the experience for a lot of people. I understand that people camp in Call of Duty. People have always camped. Black Worm got super popular, him and Thunder in Black Ops 2. Them videos are still hilarious, and they retained millions of views over the years. And it's a viable playstyle that I don't really care about, but I do care when the entire lobby isn't moving and we're going down to a countdown in 6v6. That is not what Call of Duty is, and you shouldn't be changing the DNA of your game too much to appease a new demographic of people in the game. Scrabble wouldn't change their game. You either play their game as it is, or you don't play the game at all. You can't come in and make certain demands for the game to be changed to appease you. And it's kind of indicative of the times that we're living in, that participation syndrome, where we've got to be inclusive of this player and give them a way to feel better about themselves, because they can't be bothered to put in the time to get better at certain things. There are certain sports that I'm not fantastic at. I used to be good at rugby when I was younger because I was really fast and most of us was the same size. I just didn't grow as big as certain guys in the school. And even though I'm still pretty rapid in terms of running, I just haven't got the bulk to really play rugby in the way that I'd like to. So I stay away from that game. It's just weird to me that we live in a day and time where people like Scump have to retire from a game because they refuse to play it because of the decisions that devs are making, when he arguably helped contribute to this game to put it on the main stage that it is on right now. It's a crazy, crazy time that we are living in when it comes to Call of Duty. And I wish this is a stance that these developers would start taking. If people aren't able to adapt to the game, and I know people are going to throw this straight back at me as in you need to adapt, and I'm talking about the original formula when I say this. If you aren't able to adapt to the fact that Call of Duty is a fast twitch pace shooter, then maybe something like Battlefield is what you should be playing instead of the 6v6, because in my personal opinion now, 6v6 is redundant in Call of Duty, and I can see why Scump is done with it as well. And there's a lot of players that just refuse to play Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and I could play it in its initial guise, but now they've made it more like Modern Warfare with the footsteps audio, and I don't think they'll regress in terms of taking this away again. I don't see me just playing this game like I was currently. So guys, down in the comment section, do you feel like Scump? Do you think you should retire from Call of Duty? Is it time I retire? I don't know. Down in the comment section, let me know your thoughts and feelings. Guys, there are many buttons you could hit, but a like and subscribe button, I hope they tickle your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.